Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's PhotoBiz Live, where we'll be doing an Ask Me Anything about e-commerce. So, if you're having questions about how to set up e-commerce or how you can utilize all the features inside of PhotoBiz to sell, such as invoicing, proposals, forms, scheduling, those are the main things that we'll be focused on today. Not just purely what you can do in the client galleries. That's easy to set up. You can have that where you can have private galleries, but you can also have a storefront if you want to sell items on the front end, maybe digital items as well. So those are some things that we'll look at today and see how you can make this your best way of selling online. So give some people some time before we get started, and then we'll dive on in. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. We'll take a look at it as we go, and please like and subscribe to our channel so we can keep creating stuff that you'll like. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you have any questions or anything, leave it in the comment section as we go. Again, if you need any assistance, want to check out some cool stuff, you can always live chat with us or call us anytime, but you also have the ability of also seeing all our features that we have available. So if you want to go to blog.photobiz.com, you can see everything from tips and tricks, things that are going on, such as latest information about Google AI mode and how that changes search and how that's going to affect your SEO and things like that. And then other things such as, hey, guess what? PhotoBiz AI was featured on PPA's 2025 Hot Ones. So pretty awesome. pretty nice to be featured in there. Thank you so much again, PPA team, for seeing that our features are warranted for your for photographers. So tons of stuff here. Always check out our resources. You can also see what came out latest in July. So if you want to see our latest features, you can click here. See that we have some new layouts for the website builder, new effects for them, move options where now you can move to other pages quickly whenever possible. Hey, Kate, hope you're doing well. And then you can also see that we have the change block layouts and other options that are available. All these were released last month, so definitely want to check them out. And yes, also, you can see that Kate has a podcast you can check out anytime that's available. Listening right now, I believe she has 2 or 3 episodes already available that you can listen to. Just dropped this week on the 4th, so very exciting. It's going to have some really fun stories, tons of things in there talking about workflow, other options like that. So if you're a photographer looking for someone, meet your new best friend. She's going to be able to walk you through a bunch of this stuff. It's going to be great, and we're going to also be doing a lot of cool stuff with her in the future as well. So very excited to showcase all that. Check it out. You can listen to it on Spotify or pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts, such as Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Apple, you name it. So, very excited. Very cool show. And let's dive into today's event. So, today we're focusing on e-commerce. So, when it comes to e-commerce, selling through the website can sound like a lot of work, but it's actually pretty easy. There's so many features you can do. Doing anything through private galleries is probably what most people think is common that you're going to do with e-commerce. But, that's relatively normal. You want to sell private galleries, clients' work, and then they can just purchase directly through here. But there's many other ways you can sell online. My favorites are such as like putting over quotes and invoices, and scheduling, and of course forms. Forms is a really great way to also sell items as well. But you can also set up an online shop, an online store if you're wanting to do that. It's very traditional in that style, so you can definitely sell items directly through it that way. I'm going to walk you through some of the things of how to set up those today when it comes to quotes and invoices. I think a lot of people overlook those sometimes as ways that they can get paid. You don't have just one way to get paid with PhotoBiz. You have so many different outlets. Again, e-commerce connects to many of the tools. So you're going to have it connect to your client galleries, quotes and invoices, scheduling, forms. Those are your main focal pieces that are going to be really, really important when it comes to making money through your website. So we're going to talk about different couple ways to set up things today. When it comes to e-commerce, you'll always have it here in the e-commerce tab. You can see the items that you set up to sell. Setting up items is really easy, such as prints. If you're doing anything with digital packages or images, you can set them up here as well, give them a price. Packages, you can set up different types of packages. There's so many different styles, fixed ones, flexible, digital fixed, and digital full events. So what are the differences between these? Fixed is what I would call more of a traditional package. So, like you've seen it before when someone's like ordering photos from school, they'll get like different options, A, B, and C. And A might have like one headshot and then like some wallets, and that's like how it is. And you have to use those fixed items, to be able to purchase through. Flexible is a little bit more where the customer gets to choose what they want, but it's a fixed price. Whereas fixed is you have to select the options that have been fixed there based on the price. And then digital fix is you allow them to purchase, X amount of photos for a digital package. So maybe 10 high-res images for $100 or something like that. You also have, digital full. Maybe you're going to sell the entire package to them at whatever size, and then they can do whatever they want with it. Especially if you're selling raw images, you might want to sell an entire gallery for like $2,000, and then they can go off and do their own printing. So there's so many ways you can set up different items and packages that way. Now, if you're selling products are really cool too, because you could sell, things that you work with your printmakers. So maybe you do your own printing or you send it off to somewhere, but coffee mugs, ornaments, desks, calendars, mouse pads, whatever you sell, you pretty much virtually can sell through here. On my own personal websites, I sell a lot of digital books, so I'm doing a lot of PDF downloads, but also giving them the option to buy books from me, and then I'll just send it to them when it's ready and it's printed. Same thing can go for like any type of collage or anything of that nature. So if you're doing books, again, maybe you're doing canvas products, so maybe 20 by 20 canvas. We'll just set up one. You would put your description here, title, whatever you want to say here. The cost would probably be, we'll make it $100. How about that? You can charge tax or not. Shipping, if there's additional shipping, hey, maybe we want to make this $10 additional shipping. And then anything minimum or maximum about it. So we're just going to make it 1 photo minimum and 1 photo maximum. So yeah, that way it's already there. And then if it's active or not. And then you would probably select an image that represents this. So when it goes through the carts, you can select something that's there. I'm just going to pick one. Just going to select this one. How about that? And then any other things, like if you're going to add on maybe framing or anything like that, you can add these options later down the line if you need to. So it's very simple and easy to put together when it comes to creating the items for sale. Services, if you do any types of services, maybe you want to have those set up here, like you can book a session. Session package could have, we'll just say gold session. Maybe you do weddings or something like that. And then whatever description is, words. And then whatever that cost is, maybe it's $2,000. If you're going to charge taxes or not. And then again, an image that represents that type of style of photography that you're doing. So I'm just going to pick wedding. See what comes up here. There we go. And then maybe you have a silver package. Words. And maybe that one's 1,700. Image that represents it. Type in wedding. Here we go. So now we got 2 wedding packages, and you can keep adding more as you go down the line. Maybe there's different other settings, other packages that you want. If you want to set it up that way where people can purchase things that way, you can totally do that, and it could be on the storefront. But before jumping in there, you can see there's other options available, such as creating things like gift cards, setting up a price list, coupons, campaigns, merchants, shipping, and taxes. All these are very vital if you are setting up things more on the store side. So, things like gift cards. Are you going to sell gift cards? You can set them up. You can set up ones and give them to customers, or like maybe they have a $100 balance or something like that. We'll just say Jane Doe's $100 gift card. And you can have that where they can purchase stuff later, and it comes with its own custom code and option there. You can also set up other things within that gift card if it's enabled, if it's going to be a range, increments, how much is the minimal amount being able to be spent on it, maximum amount, if it's an automated email that goes out to them, and so forth. So you can definitely have this thing completely set up for them, and you can add and subtract the balance on there for them. Next, you can also look at creating a price list. Now, price lists are pretty cool because you can customize them how you want to. Maybe you do weddings and you want to have and you want weddings to be different from like your senior portraitures. You can come through here, you can see if there's any shipping methods, products that you want available, none, or customize them. If you customize them, you can select between ones that are there. So like maybe you don't want to allow a mouse pad for the weddings or ornaments, but maybe the coffee mug, or maybe those 2 are the only ones you want. Same thing with canvases. Maybe you don't want to have collages or only specific size collages. You can have that available for packages. You can see what's available for that and what service samples, things like that are available, and then prints as well. So I want all these prints available, and I'm also going to give them the ability to do large digital versus a web size, so that our wedding is set. So that price list we'll use for our client galleries, so when we're setting up weddings. And you can set up as many as you want, and they can coordinate to any type of price list that you have. So maybe if I'm doing one for seniors, maybe for that one I want to have different products, different things set up for that. So let's see. For that one, I don't want the ornament. I only want the desk calendar, no mouse. And then for canvases, we'll leave all these for canvases. Photo books, let's see what we got. We'll just do no brag book, just the photo book and above, and so forth. So you can see how it goes. So now we got them all attached. So our seniors is going to be different from that. Next, you'll also see that you have payment options. So let's look at coupons. You can create coupons that people can utilize on your website wide when it comes to things. So maybe you're going to set up a sale. Maybe you want a percentage off, things like that. Buy one, get one free. You can set these things up as it goes. So maybe we're going to take, if they make an order of, we'll say $50 off, 50 off. Description, $50 off orders over, like $500. Begin date, we'll start it today, we'll run it till next week. How about that? Maximum number of usages, how many people use it. We'll make it about 10 uses of it. Discount amount 50, minimum order price 500. So there's a coupon in there. You can create campaigns. Campaigns are pretty cool because you can customize them, how long they last, discount amounts on top of the website. You can come in here and see how long this lasts, allow coupons to be applied, or if an item is included in multiple activity, they can apply highest discount. So you can really customize it. Merchants, if you don't have a merchant, you can set one up here. We have built-in merchants in here, such as taking an offline payment. So if you're going to do cash or check, you can have that there. PayPal, Authorize, PayJunction, PayFlow, ICE Transact, and Stripe and Square are available. Just connect them. So if you have a Square, you just click here and it'll connect your Square account. Same thing with Stripe, it will do the same. PayPal is really easy because you would just have to put in like your email address or something like that you associate with your PayPal account, and boom, it's automatically active. So we already have a PayPal account attached here, so we don't have to worry about that. Shipping, if there's a shipping cost involved, we'll just say UPS. You don't need really a description there. If you're going to do flat shipping pricing or percentage pricing, you can set that up here. I'm going to go just say it's a $15 additional shipping fee or $20. How about that? Especially if we're sending out large items. You can exclude additional shipping costs. Sure, if you have big ones or not. I want to say no because if bigger items will cost more, right? So we'll go ahead and keep those things exempt. There we go. You can also set up country fees if you want to as well. So whatever country you're within, you can set those fees up here and then the additional costs. So if they're ordering from, say, all the way in Canada, there's an additional fee on top of that. So I get a lot of international purchases, and Canada tends to be where they come from a lot. And typically for me shipping a book, it's like $5 in the US, but to Canada it's $21. So definitely want to make sure that you're setting up things so you're not getting burned in the end. Taxes, you can also set these up here. If you need to set up anything, sales tax for your state and cities, you can set all those up in here as well. And the additional will apply to Apple sales, apply the sales tax to shipping, etc. You can set that all up here so you're making your money and getting that all set up. For general settings, whatever your currency is, so if you're in a totally different country, you can set it up there. If you want an email notification when someone makes a purchase or anything like that, you can set that up here. Order minimums, global low stock mark. Once you want to hear that, you want to get an alert. When the price of an item is set to 0, it will display as either $0, label as free, or hide the price until greater than 0. You can have that directly here as well. Checkout just lets you customize a few things, like when things are like customizing checkout options, labels, anything like that, thank you messages that you might want to customize when people purchase from you. And then order statuses will let you be able to see how items are, if it's being processed, anything like that. You can set that up here and let people know where their order status is like. Also in here you have a dashboard where you can see how much you've earned that year or that month or in that time period. You can also run reports, orders. You can see all the orders within the time frame of you having the website. Stock, if you do anything with inventory tracking, it's great to see what your stock levels are. And tags are great, especially when you want to down the line with your CRM, see who is purchasing what, and you can also just kind of keep track of what items are doing the best in terms of purchases. All right, so we have that set up. We set up a few items. Now I want to set up like an online storefront. I'm going to click on new page, and then I'm going to select e-commerce, and you can see we already have some really cool looking pages already designed for you, or pre-designed pages. I'm going to select one from here. E-commerce, it's Rosa. I can rename it later down the line, but let's go ahead and see. You can see what's available. It already looks really attractive. Let's take a look at it. It's very cute. So let's come in here. Let's make some modifications. So we want to attach our items. So, if we have products for sale, this is where we can go through here. You can either select all a single category, directly from here. So if I say products, it'll display all the products in there. Pretty cool, huh? Maybe I'm going to do something with canvases. This is where you display that, so forth. You can see the one that we set up earlier has the image attached to it. You want to make sure all the images are there. Or you could do something where, this is my favorite to do. You could either do it by tag, which is also nice, but I also like to do custom products because I like to pick the order of what things are in. So products, maybe I want to have, our collage, right? We want to put our 2020 there, so I'm going to add that. And then maybe there's something else I want to add. Maybe I want to add, the coffee mug, or a book. You can select the book and then the photo book. Maybe I'm selling those 3 items. You could have that there. You then customize this layout however you prefer. Right now set to 2. We're just going to set to 3. There we go. Now these items, as long as I have these images attached to them, which I can do that real quick. Go in here. We can go through there and customize. Make sure I get the right names. Coffee mug and photo book. So like coffee mug, again, have like a coffee mug image. I'm just going to select one. And then for photo book, we'll just put another image in there. So now when we go back to that section, those items will have, did I select the right one? Maybe I did. Well, either case, there should be an image that represents every single item. Oh, you know what? It's in the book section, I bet. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, let me select that there. I'm just going to put this one here. There we go. And there you go. So you want to make sure the items have something visual component, so then people, if you have your descriptions, how much the item costs, they'll be able to click in here and then they be able to purchase. If you have unlimited quantities, they can purchase something, sure. If you want to set up something that has, again, a stock number behind it, you can do that as well. It's very easy. So maybe for for your photo book, you want to modify it with a stock number. You can click here, give it a SKU or anything like that. I'm just going to say there's only 10 available. Set it for tracking stock. You can also see the status of that. And then again, maybe we want to know how many we have left. You can go back again to your checkout, to your general section, global stock number. We'll say 5 is our global. So now when we go back to there, we can see our products. Our stock number, you can see it's 10. We're okay. If you get below that, say, take away 5, you're going to start seeing that you have low. And this helps people know when they are searching for, purchasing. Like we'll go back over here. We'll go back to the store. And there you go. So like they'll see 5 left, and once that's purchased, this product's currently out of stocks. You'll see that if they've purchased all of them. You can go up to your cart. You can remove or remove. We'll just say 3's left. Yeah. So you can see there's 2 left in there. And you can customize it if you want to showcase like low numbers, things like that, what is available. You can identify all that stuff. So it looks really fast. It's very easy. It's very, you can really customize, your storefront for options like that. Now, if you're going for a traditional store, that is available. You can set it up. However you'll sell products or sessions or services, you can set it up that way. If you're doing services, you can then go in there. You can go back to that page that we're designing. I would probably copy this section here, or I would definitely just, add a different one. We'll call it services. We'll add it in here. Different looks. I want it to kind of match the one that we have up here, but I kind of want it to be different, so I'm just going to select this one. You can see the services that we have available, our packages. You can cycle through different looks until you get one that you really like for it. Kind of like the up and down of it. And then I'll just add a title. Customize it to where it matches our blue. We'll make it say match this background as well. And there we go. Now this page is starting to look really, really nice. And then if you want to have a form on your page, you can definitely add that there. Contact form. There we go. So you can see, just making those quick modifications to this page, now they have the ability to purchase these types of services that you have as well. And they'll go right directly to those pages once you have them enabled. Bring it up here so we can get to it faster. There we go. So now those items are for sale. These products are available to make purchase of. All that's there. So our services, we got those locked in. Now let's go and make sure that those are set up. They're good to go. Gold packages, yes, they're all set to active. Yes, everything's there, done. And then if you have, lots of purchasing happening on that side, go back over here. If people do try to come over here to purchase, they can see the session types that you have available. All that'll be available there. But we're just going to buy a bunch of these just to see what it does. Hit that. And you can see there is a discount on top of all this. So $9.95. We have all this here. We can apply our coupon, right? What was it, 50 off? So let's apply it. And there it goes. You can see that $50 coupon is there. That could help at discount levels. So you can have that available. So if you are running coupons or anything like that, you can have it directly be a part of the e-commerce section there. Now, we can jump over to quotes and invoices. Now, quotes and invoices are pretty cool because now they allow you to create, proposals beforehand. If you want to get, maybe you're doing a wedding or type of session where it's really customized to that person. Like maybe you're doing a newborn and you're telling the customer, hey, we have these sessions, but she wants something more unique. She wants something like a picture of session a month. She wants to chronicle her first year of their child's birth. And you're like, oh, that sounds amazing. So now you can customize a quote just for them because maybe you didn't have that as an option, but they wanted you to be that person. Now, of course, you can have your session, whatever it costs. You can customize it directly in here as well. So if you had that service available, you can go through here. We'll go ahead and create something like child service. Child photo session. The description, words here, and how much each time that would cost, right? So maybe it's a $200 session each time. So you have that. So you could have that where when that person makes that purchase over here, quotes and invoices, right? So we're going to edit something. We want to have our new service available. Select from our services. We're going to that child photo session. We know they want to do one for each month, so we're going to make it 12 of those. So there we go. So we have this $2,400 package that's available, but maybe you're going to do some customization to it, since they did a bunch of, they're doing a lot with you. Maybe you're going to give them like no shipping, anything like that. You can select none, so there's no shipping cost for any of the session types, or any taxing or things like that. So you can really customize it to that person's needs. Now, if you don't have a session type like that that exists, you can totally create something as a custom item line. So children's photo session. So you can create this. Say you're going to give it a discounted cost. Maybe the first session is only $200, right? So 11 events. And then your description for that, discounted 11 photo sessions. And it's only going to be one quantity, but here's where you can customize. Like, okay, we knew it would be 24, but maybe since they're doing so many with them, we're just going to give them a flat discount on that. So we're just going to make it 1,800, and we're going to go ahead and say yes, all that. So we have that, but then we're going to also put in that one service from previous, because the first month is the full price, and we're basically giving them a pretty good discount. They're going to be saving $400. So we're going to give them that. We're going to give them the single session with that involved. So it'll make it a flat 2,000. So they get the additional sessions on top of that, and then they get the one that's with it. So then you get them a $2,000 package, and then you can send this off for them. You would tag the customer that's connected with you. I'm gonna send it to me. If there was any shipping or not, when it expires, when you want them to be able to make this quote approval, we're gonna give them a week. And then any other details that you might want to do, you can put your terms and policy through here, whatever notes, like saying, hey, I customized this for you, check it out, let me know what you think. And then your thank you message, once the quote gets approved. Now you're ready to send it off. You send it to them, easy enough. I'm going to send it to myself. Here's your new quote, yada yada yada. What are you going to say to them? And then it triggers, it sends off to them. Now what they're going to get is essentially this really cool little email that looks like this that they open, and then it's going to have this. They can either approve or decline the quote based on what you sent them. I'm going to click yes, approve, and I'm going to put in my digital signature. So we got this contract that's built out basically. There we go. From there, next we'll see that this basically generated an invoice by doing that. So we'll come back over here. We'll come to invoices now. You'll see that this quote's been approved, right? So we'll click on it. We'll click, it's been approved here. You can see August 8th, done, status, it's approved, generate invoices. You can allow partial payments. Sure, we'll do that. And then due date, when you want to do that, invoices, we're going to give them till, we'll give them a couple weeks, because, if they do partial payment, that's fine. Then creates an invoice. Invoice has now been sent to them. They're going to get an invoice. It's going to be generated like this. It's going to look like this for them. And then they can start paying. And like we set it up for partial payment, so they don't have to pay the full thing in advance. So maybe they only want to pay like $200 that week. They could submit the payment and it'd get discounted. So say once they've made that payment on that side, it'll automatically get payment over there, but maybe they paid you in front of the store as well. If they came to you and came with you with a check or Cash App or something like that, we'll just say Cash App. We'll say they paid $600. Cash App. So now it'll reflect what's been taken here. So you can see previous payment, Cash App. It'll also update when they get that quote that they have to fill out too. So now $1,400, you did that Cash App in person. Now it's whatever's remainder. So you can keep knocking it down as you go. So it's really nice. They can keep up with that. You can keep up with that. You have email automations that will trigger out to them that will also keep up with that as well. You just set those up and it'll automatically trigger out to them. And you can track all the payments that are happening within there, anything like that. So invoices, partial payment status, how's it going? Oh, it's going well. They're making payments. So really nice. Helps you with all your own paperwork. Now, beyond just this, you have the ability to do scheduler. Now, the scheduler is probably the most prolific one you probably see on the website these days. We're going to set ones up real quick. We already have some that are already here. So when we go to our services, you can see we have 1 hour photo, free consultations, free mini consultations, multiple types. And then if there's an indoor outdoor session. When you set these up, you can set them up as, daily status type stuff. Maybe free consultations only happen on Monday, or you can have your weekly studio available and the dates available. So maybe you only shoot on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Tuesday is kind of a day for you to do, editing and things like that. You can program it to be that way. Or if you have a mini session coming up, you can program it that way as well, where it's only those specific dates available for that type of event. It's really up to you. So we're going to just set up a couple of different ones. We're going to set up a mini session. We're just going to call these minis. Here we go. Next, we're going to go and we're going to change this one. We're going to make this one a custom date one. Here, you'll just put something like fall minis. The description, how long the duration is, 15 minutes, and we're going to make it a $200 session. And yes, for booking with payment, because we want to get paid when they book with us, right? So they can have that. You can then customize the dates available for this session type. So maybe we're going to shoot these sometime in this weekend of the September 20th. How about that? You can select the times. If you're going to take a break, we'll go ahead and customize a break in there. Maybe you're going to take a break at 1 p.m. And then we'll do the same thing where 1:30 you're back and you shoot till then. How about that? And you can customize how long you're doing it each day. So maybe you're going to do it also. There you go. Maybe you're going to do it this Sunday as well. The 21st. Maybe you're shooting only from 11 till 3 that day with no break. There you go. So those are the dates available, times, image that represents it. So I'll just pick something, fall. There we go. And now that's active. Now, if you have an in-studio one, again, you can set it up for the dates that are available. This is anytime. Your availability is always set. If you want to create a limited schedule, you can definitely do that. So maybe on free consultations, you can change your availability. Maybe you only want to do it only on Mondays. We'll set it up that way as well. So consultations, you're available only from 9 a.m. through noon, then 1 to 5. And then the rest of it, no options. So you're not going to do any of these session types. Because you only like to talk to people on the phone, maybe only on Monday. The rest of the week you want to be busy. This is your day for consultations. And then the rest of the week you're shooting. All right, so we have set it up that way. All right, so then let's make sure we have an image that represents it. We do. All right, so now we're going to set up a booking page that has these options. Now, of course, you can put them on your page like this if you wanted to. Definitely do that. You can see our child sessions now available here. anything that you prefer. Really up to you. But I like to create a new booking page. Let's start from scratch. Let's go to booking. We're going to pick one from here. I like the way Jackie looks. I think that looks nice and elegant. But I also like the way this one works. So you have two options. You can make a hub or you can make a standalone landing page. I'm going to pick the hub style today. Booking Rosa. There we go. Available sessions. We're going to choose. Again, you can display all from a session type, categories that way. But I like to customize it. So let's customize. First, I want the consultation to be available. So free consultation. There we go. We have that one first. We're going to add another one. We're going to go back to here. We have our studio only option and then our mini option. How about that? These are the session types that we have available right now. You can see free consultation doesn't have pricing and 1 hour does, and so does fall minis. And then you can customize the way you want it to look, however you want it to look. It's your world. You make it how beautiful you want it to be. You can also look at the layouts that are available here if you prefer. So I'm going to go with this square contemporary. I'm going to make it where it's 3 columns. And there we go. Then you can customize the font. Make the title font just a little bit smaller. Get it all on there. There we go. So now that's available, and then you can customize if you want a form or not. Come to here. They can click on the type of consultation that's available. Then you can see we have it set up. Consultations, Mondays and Tuesdays are available for consultations. So that's when you only be able to do that session type. For 1 hour photo, we have it where they can book any day of the week to book with you. And these do not overlap. So if you were booking, it would take time away from here. So you wouldn't have to worry about it. So if I'm going to do like a free consultation, I'll do it this week. I'll do it at 1 p.m. It'll book that session. You can then add it to the calendar. Now, when we go back to here, you can see it won't be available. 1 p.m. is going to be gone, right? So there we go. Same thing over here. Now it's all in there. So you can see like only on the 19th is it available. See, 1:30 you could shoot. Yeah, so there you go. You can really set it up, really customize it, so you don't have any of those worries. It's really nice. Same thing with fall minis. Go over here. Maybe you're only shooting those again on those 2 dates. You see September 25th. Those dates available, was able to be purchased and booked. A lot of slots, really good slots. And then right in here, same amount. We made that a shorter day so you can see from those times available. And then on this day, we took a small break so you can see it jumps to 12:45 to 1 versus to 1 o'clock. Last and not least, we have forms. Forms are really cool because you can customize them, kind of do anything you want to. You can come over here, you can go directly to the types of forms that are available. We have simple ones that are just simple contact forms, session types. You can see what each one does. So if you want people to tell you what they, inquiring about, events and time, model release, event contracts, applications, newsletter signups, customer surveys, you name it. Maybe you want to have a mini session one. You can set up all these different types that are available. Prepay forms, sports order forms, you name it. So like a mini session booking, you might be able to see what's available. If you're doing it this style, then they just punch in all their information this way, the book. You can totally set it up this way as well. It's really purely up to you in your workflow. What are you most happy with? Some people love the old school forms because they're, very simple. to use. You can customize it however you want to, anything like that. It really comes down to what you're looking for, though. What's fast and easiest for you? I think it comes down to your desires and needs as a business. Some people love to maximize by using contracts and forms on every single thing, and you can totally do that. So you can create an entire, new page. We'll create another one. We'll just create a very simple landing page. Let's select this one right here. This one's fine. It might have some information on it. You can customize the information on the page however you want to. And then instead of having schedule, we'll remove it. This is for a mini session anyway, so that's what we want. We're going to put a form here instead. You can select which type of form design you want. Just keep it basic. This style. There we go. And then we want to select which form. So my contact forms, do we have a mini session one? Not yet. So let's create one. Let's create this one, mini session booking. There it is. It's available now. You go for over here, select the category, mini session booking, and here it is directly on the website page. Makes it attractive right away. And you can customize the colors and such how you want to. So there you go. You can jump right on in and you're ready to go. How awesome is that? Yeah, it just makes it so fun. So much fun to be able to build all these pages out with. So definitely take advantage of all these things. You can set it up to take payments right away. This one doesn't have it, so let's go ahead and add to it. We'll make sure set up. Set $0. We'll make it $250. There we go. So then over here, back on the website, we'll make sure we have our form selected. There we go. And there you go. You can see which they select the time and a payment and how it goes from there. So fast, easy, super awesome. So many different ways you can collect payments. So many ways you can customize payment options such as coupons, gift cards, you name it. Everything's available through the PhotoBiz platform. And that's just not even counting the client galleries, which is also another great option if you like to do it that style. So no matter what, you can sell anything online. You can book for anything online. You have the ability to create custom proposals, invoices, you name it, directly through your PhotoBiz account. And it all luckily connects directly in to your CRM over here, so you can track everything that's been done with that user. So if I click here, I can go through and see any e-commerce payments that they've made, if they've done any movements on client galleries, any appointments that they've booked. You can see the one that was just booked here. If they've received any email automated reminders, if they opened them or not, email invites, such much more. All right, so that's what's going on. Again, if you want to see more cool stuff like that, let us know in the comment section. You can also check out all this great stuff that we got going on. Go to our blog.photobiz.com. You can see all our latest features that we have available. You can also see all our great articles that we've been writing for you. You can also go to education.photobiz.com. So if you need help, our coaching services are available. Check it out. $150 for 1 hour. You can get a lot done in that time when coming to design assistance, e-commerce. We can set up your e-commerce and client galleries, marketing, forms and contracts. We can set those up as well. We can look at your SEO and get that set up properly as well. And maybe you're just getting started. $150, you can get a lot done in that time. It's one of our most popular types of services that we have for our clients. You can also see upcoming events. Here you can see today's Ask Me Anything About E-commerce, but next week we're doing website reviews. Then the following week we'll be focused on Ask Me Anything about SEO. So you definitely don't want to miss that. I think that's going to be very vital, especially as we approach the holiday sales and seasons and how to prepare for all that stuff. So a lot of great new features, a lot of great new events. Check those out as we come to it. Now, if you're just getting started, our on-demand video tab will also help you get started. You can see all the things that we have available that you can go ahead and modify for your business. And if you're ready to get started and we're just not available, hey, maybe you can DIY it all yourself, right? By using our demos that show you how to set it all up. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. I want to thank you for joining me. If you have any other questions or comments, please reach out to our team. Our staff is here to help you anytime, anywhere for our support, and also live chat with us. If we're after hours, you can always live chat with us. We'll be able to assist you right then and there as well. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time. Later.